welcome to my Scrappin' Space. I'm Joni Martin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator located in Southwest Wisconsin. And I love it when I can invite you into my Scrappin' Space and share some paper crafting with you. What do you say if we get my face out of the way and get some creating done? So in July of 2024, Stampin' Up released a whole line of products as part of their online exclusives. And one of those was a beautiful suite called Season of Green and Gold. This is one of my favorite papers from that suite. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to make this fun fold card with that beautiful paper. Before I start that though, I just want to share with you a tip, an idea that we use in my demo team. So there's some very talented demonstrators out there who share fun fold ideas. And so we, for our demo meetings, about every third meeting, we make what's called a template. So we take the fun fold idea and we make it out of retired scrap paper and we write all over it. And that's the important part. You're going to write on it so that you know when you want to make this fun fold how to make it. And I'm not sure you can see, but I decided I wanted to add a mat to this card. So then I just wrote on the top of what the mat was too. It's a great way to remember how to make some of these fun folds and not have to remeasure everything. Let's make a card. So I started with Mossy Meadow as my card base. And I'll just show you what I'm doing here. So the card base is 5.5 by 7 1/4, and it's scored at 3. And when you see score in a direction, like the directions are on my blog, Scrappin' with Joni. Score means, and your paper cutter may be different than mine. Let's see which is the easiest way for you to see this. Score is typically your lighter color blade, and the darker color blade is your cutting. I apologize, I'm gonna cough. Sorry, my allergies have been just kicking up like crazy lately. Thank you, sorry about that. And to score means to make a line that doesn't go all the way through your paper. And you score to have an easier folding place. So I have scored here, and now I'm gonna fold. And then you may hear someone call it burnished. That means you're going to take something and make a nice tight fold. I'm using a bone folder from Stampin' Up, but you can use whatever works for you. And there's actually 2 pieces for your card base. In my directions, I refer to this as the left-hand side and this as the right-hand side. Okay, and this is what's ultimately going to happen, but let me show you how easy that is. So this pretty paper, which in and of itself is gorgeous, and if you didn't want to add the mat, you wouldn't have to. I did. I felt like just a little bit of gold really sets that off. It makes a difference, doesn't it? I like to use a really narrow mat, so I cut my mat 1/8 inch bigger than my print paper. If you don't like to measure in 1/8 inches or you like to see more of the mat, then go by 1/4 inch. Again, all the numbers you need are in my blog, and you can find it at scrappinwithjoni.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can also find it in the comments below. There is a direction for this paper, and so when I attach it to my card, that will be important. That's gonna go there. And for something that's so narrow, because I'm using the glue and I wanna get it where I want, I have a little bit of grace where I can move it around. So I have one piece matted. Before I mat the second piece, I want to show you something. Look, this gold foil is lovely, but it's maybe one of your pricier papers. So I need just a little bit of a gold for the mat of my sentiment on the front for this piece right here. So I cut that piece out of here, and we're going to cover it up so it doesn't matter. So there you go. The only trick to this is when you do that, on this other one I ran glue all the way across the back. We're only putting glue around the outside, because if I run glue in the center, it's going to come out of this opening and I'm going to have glue everywhere. Now I'm working on my glass mat, so it wouldn't be a big deal to clean up, but if I was working on paper or on my work table, that would be a bigger mess. And that's going to go here, like so. Now we can attach these pieces here. This one goes here. And again, it's a very narrow mat, so I'm going to open it up so it's a little easier for me to see where this mat goes. Just like so. Isn't that gorgeous? I think a version of this is what I'm going to use for my Christmas cards. I just think this paper is beautiful, and with the gold. I just haven't quite decided how I'm going to use it yet. Okay, so now this is where the directions kind of change up. This is a fold, this is a fold, you know how to do that. But usually the last thing I do on the card is say to you, now let's add our inside, and let's add a strip of paper across top. We're not doing either of those today. We're going to do this next. This is going to hide that flap that comes across the top. So we're going to put it here. You can put it in the center, which I'm attempting to do. You know, if you watch me, that I spend way too much time finding the center. You could put it at the top here. You just want to make sure that it covers your saying on the inside. I'm going to attempt to have it there. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put, just make sure you can see in the camera, yep, a little bit of glue there. And give that a second to set. I don't want it to move. And then I'm going to attach it right here because this is the inside of my card. I'm going to grab a tape runner because we know that's my preferred method of adhering anything. I like to use the Seal Plus. I don't know why, it just works better for me, but any of them would work. So we're going to make sure that our saying is going up. And then we're going to attach it right in the center here. There we go. Then we're going to attach this piece, primarily because it has an up and down, and I found in class that if we attached it last, we had it going the right direction. And I'm going to open that up again, just because for me it's a little easier to see where I'm landing. Ooh, I have glue right along the side there, and I got it on my glass mat. Before I get that glue in anything else, I'm just going to stop. This comes with its own cleaner, cleaning piece, and so I'm going to do that. And while I'm at it, looks like I have some other wrench there that we can get rid of. There we go. All right. And this is going to go, see, it goes like this. So when you close, close. So that's going to go there, and I'm going to fit this right in here. It looks a lot more complicated than it is. It's a fun fold I like to use a lot. It comes together easily. So that's really pretty, but we're not done. I have this stamped sentiment, and it came from, there's a part of this suite is a great stamp set. I'm going to just step away to grab it for you. I should have had it ready for you. It's called Greetings of the Season. Some lovely things. I chose Merry Christmas. I could have used Season's Greetings, which actually would have been a better idea. Look, because the inside says May your holiday season. Oh well, next time. So I stamped Merry Christmas on here. And Merry and Christmas are separate. I just put them on the plate together. And I'm going to attach this flat because I'm adding some more bling to it, and I just wanted it to be really flat. But you could pop it up. It really wouldn't add that much more bulk to your card. If you were making this for a Christmas card, and it'd be an impressive Christmas card, you could one night cut and score all your card bases. Another, if you were doing a lot of cards, another night you could cut your print paper. One night just assemble your print to your mat, and you could have a lot of cards done in a short time. Now I got this far and I felt like it needed just a touch of bling. It is a Christmas card after all, a little holiday bling. I grabbed, these are the neutral adhesive backed sequins. They're very flat. They come in copper, and I chose gold. There's 4 different ones in there. And I'm going to grab the larger ones. I'm going to put one right here. And then when I do it, I like to do in odd numbers, typically in groups. Oops, run away. Of 3, and I make a roughly triangular shape. I'm putting it actually on the card base. They're so flat, it won't matter, and there's nothing over this one. So when they open it, that's kind of fun. A little bling at the top, still plenty of room to write. You're good. Now, of course, we know we're not going to send this beautiful card in a naked envelope. No, no, no. So I have a piece of print that's 2 1/4 by 6, but again, the numbers are on my blog. I'm going to fold my envelope flap back, and I'm putting glue on the envelope flap. Those of you who watch me know what I'm going to say next. The envelope flap is smaller than the scrap we're using, so the glue always goes on the smaller piece. It's going to save you cleaning up mess. So if I would have put glue all the way around the edge of this, it's going to come off the envelope, and whatever I am laying my envelope flap on as I glue is going to get extra glue. This way, the only glue is going to be on the envelope flap. This would be a card I would be proud to send. I hope you would be too. And again, a design in a card. There's so many pretty prints in that paper pack. You could get a paper pack and do the card in a variety of prints. You wouldn't have to do all your cards in this print. There we go. Or if there's a print, one print you really love in a paper pack, I will tell you what my good friend and my sister do. They tend to make similar style Christmas cards in that they have the same taste or they like the same kinds of paper patterns. And one will pick which papers they're going to use, and the other one will pick and they'll design. So they split paper packs, like I'll take these, and then they don't have a lot of leftover paper they don't want. All right. Merry Christmas. Isn't that a pretty, pretty card? And it's from Season of Green and Gold. You can find all the directions on my Scrappin' with Joni blog. Thanks for watching. It means more than I can tell you. Until next time, take care and keep crafting. It's good for you.